morning, University Cougars. I'm Brianna.
And I'm Jared, and we're Unity Productions.
Attention seniors, this week will be the start of our Senior Spirit Week. Today is Senior Slump, so wear PJs or comfy clothes. Tomorrow's Career Day, so dress as your favorite occupation, and Wednesday is Freshman Year Throwback, so wear an outfit your freshman self would wear.
Thursday is Senior Shirt Day, and Friday will be Decision Day, so represent the university, college, or trade school you are committing to after high school. Make sure to participate.
Attention students, Mr. O'Donnell is still looking for models for the UHS Fashion Show on April 2nd. The fashion show will be business attire and all body types are needed. No experience is required and you can earn community service hours for rehearsals and shows. If you are interested, sign up in the tiny URL in Cougar Corner or contact Mr. O'Donnell.
Attention students, prom tickets are now on pre-sale for $99 after April 1st. The tickets will be $115. You must turn in your golden ticket and get approved before being able to purchase your ticket. Look for an email from Mr. Valdez with your purchase link.
Seniors, the free application for federal student aid is the first and best step toward getting money for college, technical schools, and trade programs. Students who qualify can earn from $750 to $7,400 towards higher education, and most schools and programs will require a completed application before giving any financial aid. If you have any other questions, contact Mr. O'Donnell in the CCRC.
With Grad Bash being at the end of this week, here are some reminders. Annual passes and employee IDs cannot be used for this event, and everyone attending must ride to and from the event on the bus. Make sure to bring money for food and drinks because that is not included with your Grad Bash ticket. Now on to our first news piece.
I am King Shar, U.S. history teacher, European history teacher here at University High School. History is really important to be taught in schools because people need to understand how things became what they are today so that they can understand and prevent the mistakes that have been made in the past from happening all over again. People need to understand the history of their culture, the history of conflicts, the history and problems that have happened in our nation, but also the successes so we can replicate the successes and avoid the failures.
Hello, I'm Alan Long and I teach American government and economics. I think history applies to the laws we have today simply because if we did not have laws that were made in the past, say for example the Federal Reserve Act of 1913, we might not have the stable monetary system that we have today where people have confidence in the banks, knowing that when they deposit money in a bank, their money's insured up to $250,000 per account. I think that that's very important that we have laws that secure our money.
To study history in the modern world because we need to be able to understand why things are the way they are so that we can vote or be active to change them for the better if we don't like them. So everybody says that in order to, we need to take history so that we can not make the mistakes of the past, because the past does tend to come in waves, and they say that history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. Yeah, you need to be able to look at situations like perhaps the political situation today and see what's happening, and then look at the past and see how did people deal with that? Did they deal with it well? No? Then let's do it differently this time, shall we? All right. That's why we need to learn history, so we stop making the same stupid mistakes over and over.
Good morning, University Cougars. I'm Darius here with sports. For today's Cougar Sports, the girls and boys varsity tennis team has their Metro tournament at UTSA. For more information on the start time, check the Cougar Athletics website. Also on Monday, the boys JV and varsity baseball team has a home game against Lake Howell. First pitch for JV starts at 4 and varsity starts at 6. Boys lacrosse team is hosting Ocoee High School. Face-off starts at 6 p.m. Closing out Monday's sports, the girls varsity softball team has an away game at Timber Creek. First pitch starts at 6. For Tuesday sports, the boys JV and varsity volleyball team has an away game at Cypress Creek. Coin flip for JV starts at 5:25 and varsity starts at 6. That's all for Tuesday. For Wednesday, the girls varsity softball team has a home game against Lake Nona. First pitch is at 6. Also on Thursday, the girls varsity flag football team has an away game at Colonial High School. First snap starts at 6 p.m. Closing out Thursday sports, the boys varsity lacrosse team has an away game at Horizon High School. Face-off starts at 6:30. For Friday, boys varsity volleyball team has a classic volleyball tournament at Freedom High School. For more information about start times, check the Cougar Athletics website. Please make sure to come out and support all of our Cougar athletes. That's all for sports. Now to Deshaun for our weekly weather update.
Good morning, Cougars. I'm Deshaun with a weekly weather and events update. Now for Monday, it's going to be partly sunny and warm with a high of 88 and a low of 68. Tuesday is going to be warm with clouds giving way to a few isolated thunderstorms, reaching a high of 86 and a low of 68. Wednesday is going to be mostly sunny and very warm with a high of 90 degrees and a low of 69. Thursday is going to be plenty of sunshine, staying hot, hitting a high of 90 degrees again and a low of 71 degrees. Friday is going to be mostly sunny and warm with a high of 89 and a low of 70. That's all for weather. Now on to our upcoming events. Audubon Park Community Market on Monday, March 31st from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Visit the Audubon Park Garden District at 1842 Winter Park Road for the weekly gathering of local growers, chefs, artists, and neighbors. It's a great spot to shop local and enjoy the community vibe. Professional Fighters League 2025 World Tournament on Thursday, April 3rd. Universal Studios Florida hosts an opening round of the PFL Single Elimination Tournament. Catch the action as top fighters compete for a shot at the championship. Now, on to our next news piece.
I want to be one of the greats. Procrastination. What an interesting word. Wait a minute. I've got an idea. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. And some of these, and some of those. Yeah. And some of these, and some of these. One stick, and then another. All right. Okay, yeah, Almost there, and done. True work of that.
That's all we have for you today, but before we go, here's the quote of the day. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today.
We've been Unity Productions, and we hope you have a marvelous Monday.